Our Prophet ﷺ predicted the coming of one man, and his name will be Muhammad ibn Abdullah, and he will be called by the people the rightly guided, which is the Mahdi. The world will be a very, very depressing place before the Mahdi. The earth will be full of injustice, and the Mahdi will come and fill it with justice and with truth. This man is the final of the minor signs of Judgment Day, and that is the Mahdi. And the Mahdi will be a link or a bridge between the minor signs and the beginning of the major signs. Between the minor signs and the beginning of the major signs. And the beginning of the major signs will be the coming of Dajjal. That is the first of the 10 major signs. The Mahdi will be alive when Dajjal comes. So the last of the minor signs, the first of the major signs will coincide with one another, and the Mahdi will see the coming of Dajjal. He will fight Dajjal but will not be successful. Then the second of the major signs will come, and that is Isa ibn Maryam. And the Mahdi will be alive at that time, and the Mahdi will fight in the army of Isa, and then eventually Isa will be the one who kills Dajjal, and then there is no mention of the Mahdi. What exactly is this concept of the Mahdi? Is it true or is it superstition? Do we really believe in it? Are there authentic evidences, or is it something that, people have just invented to, misguide humanity? Now, before we begin, what exactly is the word Mahdi? The word Mahdi comes from Hidayah or Huda, which means guidance. And Mahdi means the one who is rightly guided. So Mahdi is a name. Maybe one of you is called Mahdi. It's a name. And some of the Khulafa were called Mahdi. And one of the famous Abbas al-Khulafa, his father called him Al-Mahdi, meaning the rightly guided one. And there's nothing wrong with the name, but in this case, Mahdi is a title, not a name. And it means the one whom Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has rightly guided. Where do we get the information of the Mahdi? The Quran has nothing directly or indirectly about the Mahdi. There is no verse that even indirectly references the Mahdi himself. But we have over 20 ahadith about the Mahdi that are authentic. Some of them in Bukhari and Muslim, the most famous book of hadith after Bukhari and Muslim, which is Abu Dawood. It has an entire chapter called the chapter of the Mahdi. He entitled a chapter, the chapter of the Mahdi. And in it he has over a dozen ahadith, different ahadith about the Mahdi. So Abu Dawood, the muhaddith, the scholar of hadith, is writing in his famous book an entire section called the section pertaining to the Mahdi. Sunan at-Tirmidhi also has the chapter about the Mahdi. And in the chapter title is the word Mahdi. Some of the great scholars of hadith, they mentioned belief in the Mahdi as being one of the signs of Judgment Day. And therefore, it is correct to say that the vast majority of scholars of our tradition, they affirm the concept of this righteous person coming towards the end of times, and they believe